welcome to Memphis Showboats at Michigan Panthers UFL football. Alright, let me get these real quick. Memphis is 0-3, Michigan is 2-1. Alright, I gotta get the tags in here real quick. TV broadcast is on. Hope everyone had a good week. Excuse me. Okay, sorry, I gotta put these tags in. What the heck? What happened to my title? Yeah, something happened when I was trying to get this going. Alright, Memphis at Michigan. Yeah, they're showing the standings right now. Oh, brother, I gotta get rid of a bunch. Alright, gotta put in a bunch of tags now, too. Good gravy. Alright. Showboats and Panthers. Memphis and Michigan. Memphis Showboats at Michigan Panthers. Oh yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Memphis Showboats and Michigan Panthers. Let's see, Memphis at Michigan Live. Nope, I actually typed too much. Alright, I guess that's good enough. Alright, whatever. Alright, that's enough tags. Alright. Oops. I can't type. All right. here. All right. Just about set. I think they start about 7:05. At least sometimes on. Actually, my throwback Green Bay Packers shirt kind of looks like a Memphis Showboats jersey. At least their home jersey. They're in their whites for the road. All right, we're just about set to kick here. Should be a good one. The UFL games have been pretty good this year. Last weekend especially, week 3, all the games were close. The fourth one was the only one above 1 or 3 points, and that game came down to the last drive. Under a minute, I believe. All right, they're talking to Bryce Perkins. They're talking about the week 1 matchup. We're already in, already got a rematch going here in week 4. All right. Should be set momentarily, I believe. Oh yeah, let's get stats page here real quick. Let's close out those standings for now. Let me refresh this real quick. Alright, there's the kick. 7:07. Back at about the 12. Returned by the Showboats by the far numbers. Out to maybe the 27 or 28 yard line. We'll see what they put. And we got 14:55. According to TV. I think that UFL, clock tends to be off a little bit. So Memphis will get the ball first. Again, they're in their whites. They're going right to left. Yeah, their unis are pretty sharp. Alright. We got 3 bunched outside the numbers of the near sideline in shotgun with a back to his right. Here's the snap. It's a delayed handoff up the right hash out to maybe the 32. I think they're going to mark him at the 31 for a gain of 3. Jonathan Adams is a player to watch, number 9, and Kwame Lassiter, number 18, 2 wide receivers. And for the Michigan defense, Nakua, and I missed the other one, sorry. Back to pass to the left side. A one-armed attempt is incomplete at a catch, number 9. We got 14:29. Clock will roll. I forgot to update. We got a 3rd and 7. Yeah, clock rolling. And let's go try to refresh the plays. There we go. I'll hit refresh. Put the most recent plays up here. 14:12 as they break the huddle on 3rd and 7. All right. Shotgun, looks left, steps up, and is sacked back at about the 27 yard line, so it's going to bring up a punting situation. 13:49 as the clock rolls. 4th down. He didn't, just a 4-man rush, but he couldn't go anywhere. Couldn't find anybody open to get rid of the ball. Showing the rough cam, which is pretty cool. I've seen that they have a body cam. I don't know how it shoots through the jersey, but it does. All right, back to 4th and 11 with 13:17. The punt from about the 16 goes to the near sideline and out of bounds near the 30 at 13:09. Michigan takes over. Bryce Perkins, number 3, for the Panthers takes the field with the rest of the Panther offense, or Michigan offense. All right. Ball on their own 30. All right, yeah. From their own 30, 12 seconds on the play clock, shotgun, back to pass, looks, throws left or down the middle, well overthrown at about the 30, about 3 yards overthrown. 2nd and 10, 13:03, and then they'll get, once they mark it and play, the clock will roll. Clock will roll. Jaden Sheridan, number 20, and Mariner, number 4, are the running back and wide receiver to watch for Michigan, according to Fox. 12:44, in shotgun, 2 receivers to the top. It's a handoff to the running back. He gets out to the 35, bringing up 3rd and long 4, or 3rd and 5. 12:28. Clock continues to roll. 3rd and 5, they're saying. Let's refresh. You can see the last few plays. All right, 12:08. In shotgun with a back to his right. 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Back to pass. Looking. Pressure from the 4. Rolls to the left, outside the numbers, near the sideline, and he's short of the first down. It's 4th down with 11:50. He made it interesting, though, on the rollout. Nobody open. The front 4 started to hit home. 57 couldn't wrap him up, and then 44 knocked him out of bounds for Memphis. I think it's like 4th and 2, depending on the spot. 4th and 2, they're gonna punt though. 11:18, clock stopped. Now it's rolling. 11:12. Here's the bad snap on the punt. The punter picks it up inside the 10. He's going to try to punt it, and it got blocked out of bounds at about the 20. He should have just thrown it, and they would have got it at the line of scrimmage. That would have been the better play. 10:57. That snap by the long snapper was awful. It wasn't even close. It wasn't. He's at the left hash mark. And I think he snapped it like they were going to do a fake to the up back, and it missed him. 21 got, maybe he could have got one hand on it, but that would have just made it worse. So 36, the punter, tried to punt it, and he shanked it in his rush. Ball on the 20. He should have just thrown it. All right, so now it's Memphis ball, back to pass, throws, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. So maybe they were actually doing a fake. Not sure. 10:53 is the clock, or 10:40. Yeah, 10:50. Clock rolling. 2nd and 10. They mark it back in play. All right, under 10:40. They're breaking the huddle. We'll say 10:35. Let's get a refresh on those last 2 plays. Yeah, fumble. All right. Handoff that went nowhere to the right hash mark. I think they lost a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11. 10:14. Clock rolls. They say 3rd and 10. I guess they gave them the line of scrimmage. Still getting the call. 10:05. Clock rolling. All right, they're getting up to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, we got 9:55, less than 10 on the play clock. 3rd and 10 from the 21. That would be 3rd and 11, Fox. 2-1, shotgun, back to pass, looking right, throws right, in the end zone. Oh, the guy was tackled in the end zone. He got there early, 9:41. So the UFL does a 15-yard penalty, and it won't be half the distance. So 21 minus 15, they should get it at the 6. Chris Coit, Coite, is the ref. Yeah, it was good coverage until it wasn't. You know, hand fighting. He turned, but then his left arm, he bumped him down, you know, with his left shoulder. And 9 couldn't turn around to have a fair shot at the ball. 9:34 as clock is rolling. Under 9.5. First and goal. After the pass interference in the end zone. Yeah, it is at the 6. They do 15. 9:20. Handoff to the left side. Near the sideline. Out of bounds about the 2. 9:13 to go. And they'll get the... As soon as they mark it back in play, they'll get the clock rolling again. Let's refresh the play-by-play here. It's rushed for 4. Okay, good. I think they're doing better. Okay, under 9 to go on the game clock. 8:50. All right, second and goal. They marked him at the 3. 3, 2, 1. They didn't get the playoff. That should have been a delay of game. It's a handoff up the left hash mark. Looks to be a touchdown. I can't believe that wasn't a delay of game. But at 8:37 off the shanked punt on the poor snap, we have a 6-0 lead for the road squad. And we'll see. There was a carry up the left hash mark. Number 34 with the touchdown. Let's refresh, see if they got it yet. Doesn't look like it. All right. They are going to go for 2 from the 5-yard line. 10 seconds on the play clock. Receiver in motion to the right. Shotgun. Back to pass. Looks right. Throws him way out of the end zone. So no good. And barring a fumble on the kickoff, Michigan will get the ball back. So 6 points off the messed up punt. I think it was a fake because I don't know why else that snap would be so bad. There it is. Prince rushed up the middle for 3 yards. And incomplete on the 2-point pass. And we'll get to the commercial. 6-0 Showboats. Off their second possession after the punt exchanges. And I say punt because it looked like it was a fumbled snap and they shanked the punt attempt. I think they were at about the 38 and they ended up kicking it out of bounds at their own 20. So the punter, in hindsight, he should have just thrown an incomplete pass and he would have given his defense some more real estate to work with, at least about, 18 more yards, But, he was trying to he thought he could get a punt off, and he just happened to kick it off the side of his foot. All right, so let's check out the stats here so far. That's... Okay, well, let's just go to the offensive numbers. Oh, Troy Williams and Perry have thrown passes according to... Oh. Okay. Perkins 0 for 1. Prince has 3 carries, 5 yards, and a touchdown. A long of 3 for the touchdown. Cabote has a carry for 3. McCreary 1 for 5. Perkins 1 for 3. And no catches yet for either team. All right, let's... Special teams. Kicking. Memphis, return. 43-yard punt earlier. Yeah, minus 18-yard punt. The prior to the touchdown. All right, 837 is right. All right, here we go. Top 2 running backs meet in Arlington later in the week. And then QB1 in Houston. Yeah, I'm doing 3 of the 4 games this weekend if you're interested. The game, I got Stallions at Roughnecks at 6 tomorrow, and then Brahmas at DC at 4 on Sunday. I'm not going to do the early game. Going to go watch my son play JV baseball. All right, yeah, they're showing the long snapper, I assume, on the sideline. I either was a horrific snap or it was a fake, and he just made a bad snap to the upback. Here's the kick from the 30, and it's going to be taken at the 10 by the numbers, the near numbers. That the return is to the other side, the other numbers, and he's taken down about the 30, and they scrambled like they fumbled it. Showboats might get another break here. They think they have it. The refs still haven't signaled. We got 8:30 to go in the first. I don't know. Since they haven't signaled, they're going to talk about it. I don't think they've made a call either way. It looks like the ball's at the 29. I think... Yeah. Michigan sent their offense out. Now they finally pointed. I never saw a definitive, point. I don't know if the ball... I think the ball was out before his knee touched. Number 6, I think. Oh, yeah, it was punched out with a right hand... Okay, from their own 29, it is Michigan ball, 8:30. Shotgun with the back to his right. He fakes the handoff, throws over the middle, it's dropped. He was in traffic and hit immediately. 8:27 before they get the clock rolling once they spot it back in play. There's the clock rolling. 2nd and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Michigan. Perkins in shotgun. Number 20 is lined up behind him. 2 to his right. 2 to his left. One of them's a tight end. Shotgun. Delayed handoff. He gets past the 30, but that's about it. It's going to be 3rd and 9 with under 8 to go now in the first quarter. 7:53 as the clock rolls. And they're still in the huddle. 3rd and 9. 20 seconds on the play clock. They break the huddle. They get up to the line at about 7:40. Let's refresh the plays for you quickly here. In shotgun, 5 wide receivers. Looks left, throws short of the first down. He's about 2 yards short. That's where they mark it at the 37, bringing up another 4th and 2. 7:15 as the clock rolls. Interesting call here. They're in their own territory. Looked like, they can't risk faking it here. Okay, under 7. They do line up for a punt again. 6:50 now. 14 seconds on the play clock. Snap. Kick. High. And deep. At about the 5-yard line. Left hash. 83 on the return to the right hash. To the right numbers. Stopped at about the 15 with 6:34 to go in the first, and Showboats get the ball with the 6-0 lead here. Let's refresh the plays here. We can go check the... man, my internet, come on. There we go, 2 yards. No, they still... There we go. 58-yard punt by Vernon. Henny... It was not to the Memphis 5. What did I say? I think it was the 15. I guess he returned it to the 15. I think he. I already forgot. I could rewind it, but that's okay. They're sometimes off on their numbers. Let's check the offensive numbers again real quick. So 1 for 3, Perkins for 7 yards. And Michigan 9 yards rushing, Showboats 8. But the Showboats got the benefit of fumble on the punt snap. It looked to be halfway between a fake and a regular punt, between the up back and the kicker, or the punter, and the punter shanked it like a ground ball to the 20. And then Showboats took advantage, and because Michigan was guilty of pass interference in the end zone, which gave them a 15-yard penalty and gave them a 1st and goal at the 6. And they punched it in on the ground a couple plays later. All right, TV's back. All right. All right. Now, despite the rough start, Michigan is in a good spot. They're only down 6-0. Memphis is in their own. Oh, that's right. Ken Wisenhunt stepped down as the head coach of the Showboats earlier this week. So I think that's 3 coaches, because Wade Phillips is having health issues, and somebody else, I forgot what happened. So Jim Turner is the interim head coach now. 2nd season as Memphis' D-line coach. All right, 1st and 10 from their own 15. Shotgun, 1 receiver to his right. Hands it to the... No, he did hand it to the back. Oh, that's stuffed. He's trying to go to the outside. Though, depends on if they give him forward progress. He kind of gave up like a no gain or loss of 1. It's going to be an interesting spot here. They may have lost 4 yards back to the 11 if they go with... All right. They're showing the interim coach as when he was with the Marine Corps. Oh, it is 2nd and 14. Under 6 to go now. In shotgun, 2 receivers to his left. Looks left. Throws over the middle at the left hash. He maybe got the 15. That would bring up a 3rd and 5. 5:45 to go in the first quarter. Clock rolling, 5:35. 3rd and 10. That doesn't... Oh, okay, he got back. Apologies. He got back what they lost on that run. It is 3rd and 10. I got my mistake. 10 seconds on the play clock, 5:20 to go. 3rd and 10, shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers to his right, dumps it to the back, and he's tackled for a 4-yard loss. So Michigan should get good field position following the punt coming up on 4th and 14. So you had 23 who faked a block or had nobody to block, and somebody just broke through or got not blocked. Number 11, White, made the tackle for a loss. All right, let's refresh the play-by-play. I hate having to do this. All right, the ball is back at the 10. Did they finally? Yeah, it looks like it. 4:30 to go. 4 seconds on the play clock. 1 second. There's the snap. We got a penalty. The punt is from the goal line. Fair catch signal at the 49. And then he got tackled. That's another flag. Oh, what a dumb penalty on Memphis, especially if this other penalty might have been on Michigan. Decent punt. Okay, well, it's going to be, should be Michigan ball. I don't know. They may have to these could be offsetting. We'll see what the call is. They're still discussing it. I'll hit refresh on this play-by-play real quick. Yeah, they don't have it yet. All right. Still discussing it. All five. I mean, it was a late signal, but that guy had plenty of time. He's at the 49. Oh, that might have been a dive. I don't even know if that guy touched him. That's a dumb play, though. I mean, he couldn't. He was diving maybe to get out of the way. I couldn't really tell if he actually made contact or if it was like a soccer or NBA dive or embellishment. I guess hockey does it too. All right, we're still discussing the flag and or flags. Long discussion. I don't know. The one guy finally picked up the flag at least. Maybe they're going to wave that one off. Okay, offsides on Michigan. And offset. I don't know what the call was on Michigan or if he missignaled it. I assume it was like fair catch interference. I don't know. I guess I should have turned up the volume to hear it. Looks like Memphis is going to have to kick again then. We'll just... No play, we'll redo it. Okay, punter, number 19, back in the end zone again. Here's the snap, the punt from about the goal line. High, deeper punt. Inside the, almost back to the 30. Took it at about the 31. Returned to the right side this time. And he's out to almost the 48-yard line, so not much different. All right, Michigan's ball. I need a time update, though, Fox. 4:03 to go in the opening quarter. Michigan in good field position after a solid return. That punt, I mean, he kicked it 70 air yards almost. Obviously, minus 15 because of the line of scrimmage. Actually, only 10, right? The ball was at the 10. Let's refresh. Yeah, so still a 60-yard punt and then a 16 or 17-yard return. Let's see what they call it. There's the offsetting penalties. Yeah, 59-yard punt. Return to the 47. Okay. Alright, coming up on the channel, I think, I'll try to do Tecmo Super Bowl once a week. I enjoy that. But I think we're going to shift away from the racing games. Because unless I purchase early access to Wreckfest 2, I guess these games are old. People don't want to see them. I think I'm going to play another retro game. I'm pretty sure I'm going to play NHL 94 with the 2025 rosters and play. Problem with 94 is it's just the playoffs and it's a little slower. When I was playing those games, my favorite was 96. It was much quicker and you could play the whole season. And I know you could do that with 95 as well, but I think my friend had 95 and probably obviously 94. I had the original, then NHL PA 93, and then I got NHL 96 for the Sega Genesis. So I think next week I'm going to be playing that and releasing those as we fill Monday through Thursdays, since no more hockey and none on ABC really in the first round, at least not in the first 4 games. All right, TV's back. They're showing. We'll get you the stats maybe after the next drive or after the first quarter. They're showing. Is that Perkins, number 3 from Michigan? Yeah. As they're 2-1. Showboats 0-3. Okay. Perkins in the huddle. He has 495 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns, 2 TDs, 2 picks, 67.6 completion percentage. All right, he's in shotgun. He's got a back to his left, 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. It's a handoff to the right numbers. He gets it down to maybe the 46, so that should be a gain of, 7? Bringing up 2nd and 3. 3:50 to go in the first quarter. As my neighbor's dog provides color commentary. All right, clock rolling under 3:40. It is 2nd and 3. Still in the huddle. 12 seconds on the play clock. They break the huddle. 3:30 to go now in the first. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Handoff. Wow, that looked like, I thought Memphis was offsides. They get a gain. It's a handoff for a gain of about 1, bringing up 3rd and 2. Clock rolling, 3:14. 3:08 now. 3:05, 3rd and 3. Let's get a refresh on the last couple plays here. Oh yeah, the touchdown again was Prince up the middle for 3 yards. That's McCrary for 7, and then they're saying no gain. All right, 3rd and 3 from the 46. They got to get to the Memphis 43-yard line. In shotgun, 3 receivers to his left. Back out of the backfield. He throws it to the right. That's a first down near the 40 when he gets pushed out of bounds. 2:36 to go in the first. Big first down for Michigan. Yeah, he looked off the linebacker briefly, and then he just dumped it to 28. He was looking up the middle, and then he just immediately dumped it to the back out of the backfield, and he got the first down and a few more. 2:17, clock rolling, 10 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun, 3 receivers to his left and a back to his right. 2 seconds on the play clock. They get it off with 1 second. Back to pass. He tucks the ball and runs to the left and slides down at about the 30. I think they're going to say the 33. They got to get to the 31, looks like. Bringing up, jeepers. Now they took the score thing down. Good. Come on. They're showing. Ugh. All right. Anytime. Perkins for 5. Oh, no, that's the pass. They don't have the... Okay, we got 132 now. 128. 2nd and 2 from the 33-yard line. Handoff to up the middle. First down inside the 30 down to probably the 28. All right, 1:10 to go. Clock rolling. 1st and 10. Let's refresh the play-by-play here. Perkins scrambles for 8. Yeah, and then the last rush. All right, under a minute now to go as they're just breaking the huddle. Got 50 seconds. 48. 3 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun. Busted play, throws. Oh, wow, did he catch it at the 14? I'm not sure. I can't tell what they called with 37 seconds left to make that. I think he caught it along the sideline. The shotgun from the right hash mark. They faked the run to 35. Pressure came. He rolled to the numbers. Then threw a dart near the sidelines. He got 1 foot in. I'm not positive on the second one. I'm sure they'll look at this. Yeah, he did because he kicked up the stuff. All right. Handoff to the right. Inside and a touchdown. I mean, inside the 5, past the first down. And Toa Tao, Toataua, last name, with 13 seconds in the first quarter. And that's a 6-6 ball game. Whoops. What did I say? 13 seconds. Yeah, they were in shotgun. The back was to his left. He handed it off at the right hash mark. He split. Yeah, right inside, barely touched until after the end zone. I mean, after the goal line. Apologies. All right, let's see what they're lining up for with the game tied. They will go for 1 from the 2-yard line. 14 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun with Tua or Tao into his. They hand it to him again, and he gets it. We have a 7-6 Michigan lead near the end of the first quarter. Memphis will get the ball back provided they don't fumble the upcoming kickoff. So let's refresh. Yeah, good run on the touchdown carry and on the 1-point conversion. Taua, T-A-U-A. I think that's how you would say it, Taua. Tua Taua. A 15-yard run and then a 2-yard 1-point run to give Michigan the lead finally. And I appreciate everybody checking out the live stream today. If you could, hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Really helps out the channel. I appreciate it. Again, we'll have the game tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central, the UFL game. And then also Sunday afternoon at 4, the other UFL game. I'm not going to... This is like the one weekend that they're all available for free, but my son has a JV baseball game I'll be going to tomorrow morning, afternoon. So I won't have the second game of week 4. Yeah, I wish I could do the Chicago Hounds, the rugby, but they play at 9:30 tonight, and the game is on delay. It's coming up after this game, and I believe it's because 50. So 30. This game's on 32.1 in Fox in Chicago. The Hounds are going to be on that, and it's because they have the Chicago women's professional soccer team playing on Channel 50 live. So they have Fox Chicago and Fox Chicago Plus, and no room except for on delay for the Hounds. Oh, let's go check out the numbers now that we got some offense built up here for Michigan. Yeah, 2 for 3 for Troy Williams, and they've had some losses on their passing for Memphis. Perkins 3 for 5, 25 yards, and Prince has 3 for 5 and a rushing touchdown, and Taua has 2 carries for 20 along a 15, which was the touchdown. So they have 44 yards rushing, Michigan. Not much in the air. Oh yeah, 1 for 4, 1 for -4. That's why 1 for 13, so 25 yards passing for the home team, Michigan Panthers. Let's go back to the play-by-play. 7 plays, 53 yards, 3 minutes of 50 and 50 seconds used on that last drive. All right, here's the kick. It's taken at about the 16. I'm not sure what happened. I should have been paying more attention. Not much of a return. We got 9 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So probably one more play as they interview the guy who got the touchdown, as he has a tablet in his hand to show what happened here. All right. Play clock running at 15 seconds. Still don't know. All right, they're in shotgun. Handoff to 34. He goes nowhere. No gain. Maybe lost a foot. That'll be the end of the first quarter, though. Second down coming up. 2nd and 10 coming up for Michigan when we start the second quarter. We got a 1-point game. Again, Memphis hasn't done much on the offense. Either did Michigan until that last drive, but they had good field position when Memphis had to kick from their goal line, and they had a good return despite the good punt. But the Memphis touchdown was after a bad Michigan punt. It looked like it was halfway between a snap that was halfway between the up back for a fake and the punter scrambled, grabbed the ball, and shanked one out of bounds at the 20 for -18. And Memphis was, touchdown drive there was aided by a pass interference in the end zone that took them down to 1st and goal at the 6, and they rushed it in 2 plays later. All right, let's check out the stats here. There's the touchdown drives. The 2-point fail by Memphis. Great run by Tawa for 15, and he had a nice run for 2 for the 1-point point after attempt. PAT. Point after touchdown, yeah. 69 yards, nice for Michigan. 25 on the air, 44 on the ground. Not much to write home for Memphis as far as offense. Again, aided by a penalty, essentially a turnover. It was a shanked punt. And a penalty. And just their rushing yards. Michigan's drive, 7 plays, 53 yards, 3 minutes, 50 seconds. Yeah, end of the quarter. All right, let's go. I think I just showed you these numbers. Yeah, nothing much for Memphis. Perkins has 25 yards passing. Not much for Memphis rushing either. 44 yards as a team for Michigan. Not much receiving for Memphis. 25 yards receiving on 3 catches for Michigan. Let's see, do they have tackles for loss? I'm interested in that. Yeah, TFL's Memphis none. 4 by Michigan already. White, Marino, Palmore, and Tarpley the third. All right, we are set. They're back to pass. Throws to the left, almost picked, but it's actually caught at about the 25-yard line. Tight window they threw into. We got 3rd down coming up. 14:42, clock rolling, 3rd and 4. We have a quick refresh here. Yeah, they don't have the 3rd quarter yet. The 2nd quarter. 14:28, shotgun, back to pass, looks left, throws, tough catch behind his back, and he dropped it. He really only got one arm on it behind him. And we'll have a Memphis punt coming up. And actually we have a flag, so hold that punt thought. If it's on Panthers, it'll be a 1st down. Oh, they roughed the passer. Wow, that's a huge 1st down. And keeping the drive alive. He's back to pass, set, through. Whoa. Where was the roughing the passer? Oh, come on. He put his right hand on his shoulder and it jostled him. I don't think he ever touched the helmet. Michigan might want to challenge this if they can get a quick look at it and see if they get an... I think they're thinking about it, but I guess they're going to let it go. All right, 14:12 to go on the first. 1st and 10 from the 40. But under center. It's an end around. 82, and he gets 2 yards to the 42. Wow. That was a weak sauce roughing the passer. I didn't see any roughing the passer. He jerked the shoulder pad, which caused the head to bobble, but it's not like he touched his helmet. 13:45 in shotgun. 3 receivers bunch to his left. It's a handoff to the back. No, he faked the handoff, and it was a keeper to the 45. So it should be 3rd and 5 with 13:33 to go. And they're going hurry up. We got under 13 and a half. Nope, now they're going to huddle. I think they just had a bunch of subs to make. 3rd and 5 for the Memphis Showboats in their white unis, and they got blue yokes on top of the jerseys and blue socks and blue helmets. In shotgun. Back to pass, looks right, throws, dropped. He was in traffic. I think he realized he was about to get nailed and got distracted. Kind of hard to blame the receiver. He's just avoiding a potential hospital ball. Yeah, I mean, you got to make that catch for your quarterback. It's hard to say. I'm no expert. You put it on your hands. If you're going to get hit, you might as well make the catch, right? All right. 4th and 5, 12:38, clock rolling. Ball is at the 45. Back to about the 30 to receive the snap. There's the snap. Steps up, boots it from about the 35. Steps up to the 22 for a fair catch for Michigan. 12-19. And they have a 1-point lead and the ball. They're going right to left. And we got a commercial break after the after the what do you call it? Change of possession. Good gravy. All right. Let's refresh this play-by-play. Yeah, punts 33 yards. That was to the 22? That was more than a 33-yard punt, wasn't it? No. 28-5? Yeah, I guess it was. Oh, I guess that wasn't that good a punt. He didn't do his job. He should have gotten it inside the 20. It was like the 22. Oh yeah, let's put the quarter score. Memphis 6, Michigan 7 at the end of the first quarter. Okay. Oh, let's see. Hockey's off tonight, right? And the Wolves are in the playoffs, but they're playing tonight and tomorrow. They're on the road in Milwaukee tonight, and then where is their score link? Why is the AHL site so bad? That's for I am so confused. Why? No. Oh my gosh, let me see this AHL site. What happened to their score page? There we go. It didn't load the first time. I forgot this. Their site is so clunky. Game Center. There we go. Good grief. Just want to check the Wolves real quick, even though... there it is, 0-0, end of the first. Okay. In Milwaukee, and then they wrap up tomorrow night at home. I forgot who they're playing. Alright, they're showing replays. We're back. Alright, they're showing the touchdown by Michigan. That was a good run. 15 yards, and as was the 1-point conversion for 1 yard. They said it's a 14-yard TD run. They must have changed that. I thought they initially said 15. All right. Michigan with the ball. Maroon jerseys, gold pants and helmets. No, sort of gold. In shotgun, 2 receivers to his left and a back. was back to pass, has to step up to avoid the rush, and he's going to get maybe 1 yard as he gets near the sideline, but we have a flag on the field, or laundry, as Tom Grossi would say. 12:11 to go in the second. Waiting on the call. All right. I still got to discuss it, I guess. Oh, come on. All right, are we going to make the call? Holding on Michigan, so they'll have 1st and 20. Back at their 12. I believe it was on the center as he stepped up. Yep. Wrapped them up. Yeah, the guy could have made the sack. 61, Johnson, the center, held as Perkins scrambled. All right. We got 12:11 clock. Do they stop the clock after penalties? They might. Perkins is 3 for 5. 26 yards, they're saying now. As we wait. I don't think they marked the penalty off yet. Now the huddle just moved back. Should be 1st and 20. All right. 1st and 20 from their own 12. The clock is rolling now. 12:08. Breaks the huddle. 15 on the play clock. 3 receivers to his left. Back to his left in shotgun with him. 1 receiver to the top. Shotgun. Back to pass. Throws it to the back in the backfield. And he does everything. Oh, wow. Should have been a loss. And he gained probably 5 yards. Actually 6. Bringing up like 2nd and 14. Depending on the spot. Yep, 2nd and 14. Clock rolling. 11:35. They're still huddling. 11:25 as they line up. 11:20. 11 seconds on the play clock from the 18-yard line. In shotgun, 3 receivers to his right, a back to his left, back to pass, looking, steps up, he avoids a sack, rolls to the numbers, now he's by the sideline, cuts back, and he gets it out to the 25 to bring up a manageable 3rd and 7. Good play by Perkins as the pass rush was hitting home and he was under pressure, and he did a good job to make a play. He was at the left hash mark. Both ends hit home. Then somebody, 91, should have sacked him. And another guy rolled to his right, made a cut and made 57. Well, 57 ended up making the tackle. But, oh, wow, they missed like a horse collar hold downfield. We got 10:27, 3 seconds on the play clock, in shotgun. 5 wide receivers, looks left. At the right hash mark, throws left. Caught at the 30. 17 has it for the 1st down at about the 33-yard line. 10:12 to go in the second. Wow, that was a blatant horse collar or holding or pass interference call. I guess it would have been holding because he ended up running the ball. Good catch and throw. Good move to make the first tackler miss as he cut it back inside. And we have an injury, so we have the clock stopped. Fox hasn't shown the time. 10:13 is not right. It was 10:05 and rolling. 10:04. Actually, I just saw it before they went to commercial. That's why I haven't been using their time. It's frequently off. And I just show the plays. Perkins pass, short left, complete. Turner for 8 yards, tackled by Gilbert at the 33. Bringing up 1st and 10 with 10:04 to go in the second. Alright, I think I need to refill my water. I'll be right back. I got a 1-point game despite Memphis having pretty much zero offense to show. Penalty helped them set up their short touchdown after a shanked punt on a bad snap. Like the worst possible long snappers by a worst snap on a punt by a long snapper you may have ever seen. It looked like they were gonna maybe fake the punt on 4th and 2, but it was like 45-degree angle between the up back and the punter. You know, the ball just split the difference, and the punter had to hustle to get the ball off the ground, and then he kicked the punt off the side of his foot as he was avoiding tacklers, and the ball kind of was a ground ball to the left sideline and went out at the 20. The line of scrimmage had been the 38, so it was a -18 punt. All right, after the injury, well, we got to advertise for baseball. Sorry, I'm just not into baseball or basketball. It's hockey and football for me. And hopefully a little bit of rugby sprinkled in. I'll see what else is available. All right, 1st and 10, 9:55, clock rolling, even after the injury timeout. It's more like the 34. Handoff, and there is nowhere to go. He gets maybe a yard to the 35. 9:40, clock rolling after the run. Whoops, I just hit the wrong key. Under 9:30. Still in the huddle, 2nd and 9. Perkins is 5 of 7 for 41 yards. Michigan 92 yards total. Memphis 11. 51-9 rushing, 5-3 first downs. We got 9-12. They're in shotgun. It's a fake handoff. He rolls to the right by the numbers, and he's going to go out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage, at about the 35, with 9:01 to go in the second quarter. So that is 3rd and 8. Clock rolling, under 9 minutes now. Michigan still in the huddle. They break the huddle, 8:45, 14 seconds on the play clock. 3rd and 8. They gave him the 36. 3rd and 8. Yeah. Yeah, it's less than 8. But here's the shotgun. Looks, throws over the middle, and dropped. A great pass, hit him in the hands, and an absolute drop at the 47-yard line. 8:28 to go. Good throw. Had the coverage beat. Receiver just dropped it. Snap. It was right hash mark, unless it got tipped. I don't think it did, though. No. I think it maybe took his eye off it. A linebacker was swinging his arm over it, and maybe he just lost sight of it for a second. Here's the punt. It's away. They ran into the kicker, unless they got blocked into it. The return man takes it at about the 9, gets it to the 15, and is swarmed under with 7:55 to go. The punter went down, but it is possible that they got blocked into it. And Williams comes out, number 3 at quarterback. Are they rotating quarterbacks? I'm not sure. Let me double check the stats. And we'll refresh the play-by-play in a minute. So Perry and Williams. All right, Perry is 1 for 3 for 6 yards. I didn't realize it. It's 5 and 3. And Williams came out. He's 2 for 3 for 0 yards. They can't get anything going offensively. Again, a -18 punt and then a pass interference in the end zone is what set up the 3-yard rushing touchdown for, they rushed it in from the 6-yard line on 1st and goal on like 2 plays. Otherwise, Memphis has had nothing. Whereas Perkins is 5 of 8 for 40. Yeah, 9 yards rushing for the Boats. 53 combined for and a rushing touchdown. Each team with a rushing touchdown. For the Panthers, Boats have 6 receiving yards. Panthers have 40. No turnovers yet. Alright, so the punt, Vernon punts 55 yards to the 9 and returned to the 15. 7:55 to go, second quarter. Oh. That's right. Ortho is official sponsor of. Oh, we got a challenge coming up. On what? On the punt? Memphis is using their super challenge. I'd have to turn it up to hear what Pereira's saying. Oh, face mask. Yep, it's going to be a 15-yard face mask. So, Michigan will get the ball at the 29. So they reviewed for a face mask on the punt return and they won. Oh, shoot. I think I forgot to give. Oh, no, Memphis has the ball. Apologies. I forgot to move it. It was against Michigan. All right, number 3 throws as he rolls to his right. He gets it to about the 35. 7:49 before they mark it back in play after the catch and then went out of bounds. So 2nd and 5 coming up. 7:40, clock rolling, 20 seconds on the play clock. Williams is in the huddle, calling the play. 7:30 now to go in the second quarter. And in shotgun, 4 seconds on the play clock. Back to pass, looks left, throws over the middle. 89 with a first down. It's Pierce. 7:12. Clock continues to roll. Okay, they're showing a sideline interview, and Memphis was in a muddle huddle, like they were going to go quickly. Hopefully we're not missing anything here. I have no idea. I will refresh the play-by-play in the meantime. Wow, we are away. Yeah, they missed the snap. A handoff to the right. I don't think he got anything. We'll have 3rd and 5. Gosh, and they take the thing down, so I don't know what the time is. Because they got to show this interview. Why can't they do a two screen shot? 6:29, 6:23. Clock continues to roll. Under 6:20 now. 2nd and 9. Okay, what's going on? Okay, so that was a run of 1 on first down. 6:08. 5 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun. 1 second. There's the snap. Back to throw. Throws to the right sideline. Oh, there looked to be a pull. Defense wants an OPI. 5:57 to go. And we're going to have a 3rd and 9. No call. Clock rolling again. 5:50. 3rd and 9. 5:45 to go in the second. 5:40. They're still showing the Showboats sideline. Come on. Can we get back to the field? All right. Shotgun. 2 to his left, 2 to his right. No, make it 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Back to pass. Looks. Throws right. And he overthrew the receiver at about the 45-yard line of Michigan. 5:23. 4th and 9, and Memphis will be punting. They got 5:18. What? I thought we were. Oh, sorry. I thought we were under 5 minutes. Apologies. 5:10. Clock rolling. At about the right hash mark. 19 is back to punt. Inside the 30. Here's the snap. Steps forward. Boots it high. And fair caught at about the 11 or the 12 at 4:52. .452 as Michigan takes over possession again, and with a 1-point lead, but they're at about their own 11 or 12 yard line. Mango punts 46 yards. All right, to the 11. All right, let's check out if they updated Williams' stats. He finally got some passing yards. He is now 4 of 7 for 13 yards. Perkins 5 of 8 for 40. 10 yards rushing for the Showboats. 53. Led by the 15-yard touchdown run by Toa Tawa. And Prince had the touchdown run for the Showboats, 3 yards. 19 yards receiving finally for Memphis. 40 led by Malik Turner, 2 for 22. 13 yards the long. 8 yards the long for Pierce. Oh yeah, he got a first down on that. Alright, defense. No tackles for loss, or sacks, or interception, or fumbles. For the Showboats, we got 1 sack by Michigan. It's Walter Palmore. He has a tackle for a loss. So does Javin White, Garrett Marino, and Arnold Tarpley III. A breakup by Garrett Marino. No fumbles, no picks. Yeah. All right. 1-point game late in the first half. Game is about 65 minutes old, an hour and 5 minutes. There's the punt. All right, TV is back. All right. Let's see. Michigan and St. Louis play indoors. Trying to think of the other places. DC's got to be outside. Yeah. Oh, I guess Houston probably plays indoors too. Oh, and San Antonio. Can't remember. I don't know if I've seen Arlington at home yet. I haven't seen too many USFL, XFL, or UFL games, but I am interested. All right, 1st and 10 from the 11 in shotgun with a back to his left. It's a handoff between the hash marks up the middle to about the 14-yard line. Bring it up 2nd and 7, 4:45 in the second quarter. Clock rolling, 4:35 after the run. 4:30 as they break the huddle. Refresh the play, see if they've got it. Man, I have to scroll all the way down. In shotgun, a back to his left, and he goes in motion, looks, throws over the middle, caught for the first down. That's, I think, the big tight end. Is that, I forgot his name. Is it Pierce? That's a first down, 4:05. Apologies on the line of scrimmage where he got it to. 3:55, clock rolling. 3:50. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. In shotgun, a 3 wide receivers to his right. It's a handoff to the back. No, it's a fake. 3 rolls out. And Perkins takes it for the first down and then some. Nifty tiptoeing along the sideline. 3:32 until they mark it back in play. So great play by Perkins to pick up the first down and then some. Let's refresh again. Yeah, Perkins to Widermeyer? Oh, okay, for 10. All right, I guess I never saw the number. Yeah, he never stepped out till he was at about the 45-yard line. They give him the 44. First and 10, 3-10, in shotgun, 2 to his right and left. Handoff to the back, up the right hash mark. Jukes a little bit to the outside and gets about 9 yards with under 3 minutes to go. And the clock continues to roll. 2:50 as they show a replay. Let's refresh for the Perkins run. 9-yard rush for Tawa. Perkins for 20. 2nd and 1 from the 48. Or, sorry, the 46. And they're stopped. Sorry, they're inside of Memphis territory. Apologies for that. They did not get the first down. We got 3rd and short, and they might take it down to the 2-minute warning. We got 2:10 as the clock continues to roll, and they're still in the huddle. I think they're going to go down to the 2-minute warning since they're coming up on 3rd down. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Michigan ball just inside Memphis territory, and they have a 3rd and short, 3rd and about 1. Let's see if they updated the play here. Yeah, no gain, so it should be 3rd and 1 depending on the spot. No gain by Tawa. Alright, no NHL action tonight. This is the one night they have off between the regular season and the postseason. Actually, I don't. Oh, jeepers, just shut this. I should just scroll through, find the Wolves. They're playing Rockford in the first round. Rockford's up 1-0 on Grand Rapids. Milwaukee up 2-0 on the Wolves halfway through the game. It was 0-0 after 1. All right, again, pretty meaningless. As they're getting ready for the playoffs. Wolves have a home game tomorrow night at 7, but I will be doing the UFL game at 6 p.m. Central tomorrow and the 4 p.m. Central game on Sunday. All right. That's right. The NBA play-in games are going on tonight, I think. If anybody's interested in basketball. I used to love basketball. It was my favorite sport, but I used to pay attention to baseball, but I haven't. Basketball, it's probably been over 20 years since I really followed. And baseball, it's been 15 years. Alright, they're back, or they're showing Lions highlights, I guess. They must be talking to a Michigan Panther. Nope. I guess they got the Fox UFL logo up, but they're talking about, I don't know. I have no idea what we're doing here. Polynesian Football Pride. Oh, okay. Oh, because I was going to say, I thought the back. Oh, some other players on Michigan. All right, 2-minute warning. Michigan has a 3rd and 1 coming up. They break the huddle. Oof. Tawa's in the deep back. Perkins in shotgun. 1 wide receiver wide right. Handoff up the middle. He gets it easily to about the 41, depending on the spot. Under 2 minutes. And the clock will roll, I guess, as soon as they spot it. For some reason it stopped at 1:57. I'm not sure why. Unless somebody took a timeout. Yeah, somebody took a timeout or there's an injury, but Fox didn't bother to indicate who. Good blocking by the O-line. I mean, you could have driven a car through that hole. All right. He got hit. Yeah, he was down at about the 41, I think. Tawa. Good carry. All right, we got 157. They did not indicate who took the timeout, so not sure here. Yeah, it's at the 41. 90-10 rushing yards, Michigan. Yeah, that's only a 1-point game, but that could change on this drive with a 1st and 10 at the 41. I still don't know why the clock's... Oh, Memphis took a timeout. They finally indicated. It's the first time I noticed it. In shotgun, to the left and the right. He's got a back in the backfield. They hand it to Tawa up to the right numbers, and he gets about a gain of 9 between the numbers and the right sideline. 1:45 as the clock rolls. Not sure what Memphis will do here, but since it's near a 1st down, I would think. Not sure why they called that timeout at 1:57. I mean, I know they're trying to give them a chance to possess the ball before a half, because I think Michigan might get it in the second half. All right, another handoff. He's close to the 1st down, but I don't know if he got it. It's a 2nd and 1. Not sure. We got 1:20. Maybe Memphis used another timeout, or I don't know. They're showing the play clock now. The clock is in motion. They did give him a 1st down. 1:14 to go. 1st and 10 from about the 31-yard line. Yeah, just inside the 31. 1:03, clock rolling. Shotgun. Tawa to his left. 2 receivers to the left, or 3 to the left, 1 to the right. They fake the handoff to Tawa. He rolls left, hits his receiver inside the 20 for a 1st down. Number 17. 47 seconds left in the opening half. Whoops. And the clock is stopped probably while they move the 1st down marker and the line of scrimmage, the chain gang. Michigan actually took a timeout. Each team has used their 1st timeout. They both have 2 remaining. So Michigan took a timeout. They have a 1st down. They're in the red zone. 47 seconds and still 2 timeouts left. Memphis used their super challenge. They won a face mask on a punt return, so they will still get another one. And Michigan hasn't challenged anything yet. Let's see who caught that last pass. Oh boy. Perkins to Turner for 13 yards. Yeah, Tawa's having a good day, or a good night, I should say. All right, they break the huddle. 18 seconds on the play clock. Perkins in shotgun, 3 to his right, 1 to his left. A back just to his right shoulder. Shotgun. They hand it off to Tawa. He breaks a tackle, and he's in the end zone. It's not Tawa. It's 28. Apologies. 41 seconds left. We have a 13-6 game in favor of Michigan. And a nice carry. Who is that? Apologies. It was not Tawa. McCurry, number 28 on Michigan. Good handoff to the left side. Do they have the touchdown yet? Probably not. Nope. All right, they're going to line up for 1 at the 2-yard line. They break the huddle. 15 seconds on the play clock from the 2-yard line. 2 receivers to his right. He's got a back with him. Looks like the tight ends are they a double tight end maybe? Here's that shotgun. They faked the handoff and wide open. 86 to the top. That is Nakua. Wonder if that's probably Puka's brother or somehow related. All right, we got an 8-point game now. with 41 seconds remaining in the first half. Let's get a refresh. Yeah, so they got the shotgun. They handed it off at the hash mark. He did a stiff arm at the 5 and jumped into the end zone. Great carry. All right, let's refresh this. Memphis will get the ball back, provided they don't fumble the upcoming kickoff. All right, there it is. McCrary for 19 yards. I think it was 18, but whatever. And then Perkins to Nakua for the 2-yard 1-point attempt. And they're showing Noah Johnson's body cam. Good fake on the 1-point point after touchdown. The fake handoff, and then they threw it to the right. And they get an 8-point lead. All right, 2 timeouts for each team. 41 seconds left with Memphis to work with. Here's the approach, and the kick from the 30 right down the middle. Taken at about the 10 or the 11. Up between the hash marks to the numbers and about the 33-yard line. 35 seconds left for Memphis to work with 2 timeouts. And they have not done a whole lot offensively, and they could really use something here. Again, if you're late to join with us, they got the benefit of a bad snap and a shanked punt and then a PI in the end zone, and that they just had to run it 2 times from first and goal up to 6 to get their only 6 points. And I forgot what they did on the conversion. All right, they're showing the touchdown run, and they missed the snap. Thrown over the left hash mark to about the 45 and a first down. They're too busy with their interview and diagramming the play to bother to show the action on the field. 31 seconds. I don't know if somebody took a timeout. Nope, clock's rolling. 26 seconds. Shotgun. Throws right. Caught. And he's going to go get tackled at about the 40. They'll give him forward progress. 18 seconds. That took a little bit of time. I don't know. They didn't use a timeout. They still got 2. Oh, it's at the Michigan 40. Apologies. I thought they were... And it spiked at 17 seconds to go, reserving the 2 timeouts. All right, let's refresh, see if they've updated yet. There's the last... Yep, they got it through the Perry spike. All right, so Perry is their pass quarterback. All right. All right, they missed the snap. Throws right at about the 35. He gets out of bounds at the 34. We have 12 seconds to go. I'm assuming Potter is the kicker. I would think he'd have his helmet on if he is, though. Or he'd be warming up. No, he can't. He must not be the kicker. They're showing him on the sideline. All right, they break the huddle. 15 seconds on the play clock. They got a 3rd and 3 from just inside the 34-yard line. They got to get to the 30. And I think Michigan called timeout. If Memphis did, it is a Michigan timeout. They have 1 remaining. All right. Maybe Memphis can cut into this 8-point lead just before halftime here. But they face a 3rd and 3 from the 33. It's a long 3. It's like 3.5. They got to get to the 30, and they're just inside the 34. All right, so we will have that game on, which is the Fox game tomorrow at 6 p.m. Birmingham Stallions at Houston Roughnecks. 12 seconds to go in the first half. Perry in the huddle. He's 4 of 7 for 39 yards now. They're lining up. 15 seconds on the play clock. 2 to his left. 3 to his left. Sorry. Back to pass. Looks left. Throws. That's high down the sideline and out of bounds. Not even close. 6 seconds to go. He didn't even give anybody a chance. I don't know if he was just throwing that away or if the pass got away from him. or if they were going to hope for a DPI or something. All right, the kicker's out there. Okay, it is Matt Coughlin, Coghlin, or Coughlin. 5 of 6. 52-yard attempt coming up. 9 seconds on the play clock. It's from, well, as you're looking out the end zone, it's the left hash mark, but it's really the right hash mark for the kicker. And I believe Michigan used their last timeout to ice him. They did. They're out of timeouts in the first half. Oh, excuse me. No, what the heck? All right. After this timeout, again, as the kicker looks at the goalpost, it's the right hash mark. So we'll go with that. Right hash mark, lining it up from 52 yards out to make it a 5-point halftime lead to cut in this 8-point deficit. Now I got to refresh the play-by-play. 18 seconds on the play clock, plenty of time. Kicker's ready. Here's the snap. Good hold. Kick is down the middle. And good with 2 seconds left from 52 yards out. 14-9, and we will have a kickoff before the end of the half here. Actually, good hold. The snap wasn't great, but it got the job done. Good, solid kick by Coughlin. Or is it Coughlin? I don't know. Alright, he's getting the slaps on the helmet as they get set for the kickoff. So barring a TD on the kick return, it's a 5-point lead at halftime, but we shall see. There it is, 52-yarder by Coughlin. Oh, yeah, this half's been a little long. It's slowed down. As I say, we were doing pretty well on time, but I think we're headed for over a 3-hour game. We're already at an hour and 25 minutes. Kicked off about 7:07, I think, Central Time. Alright, play clock is rolling. Should mean that we're about to get the kickoff. Kicker approaches, boots it from the 30, goes back to about the 3-yard line, hash mark, up the left numbers, and tackled short of the 30, and that'll do it for the first half, and I believe Michigan gets the ball. Yep, Michigan gets the second half, so we'll leave that there. And they have the 5-point lead at half, and they will get the ball to start the second half, and they got to take at least 12 minutes. So this game shouldn't resume before about 8:55 Central Time. I forgot how long their breaks are. I'll be right back. Yeah, take a quick break. Oh, I'll be right back. let's go to the stats. Memphis 9, Michigan 14 halftime. All right, let's go. I'm gonna go all the way back up. All right, summary. Here's the scoring plays. That touchdown by Prince was set up by a shanked punt. Minus 18 on the punt. And then a pass interference, DPI in the end zone. Gave him first and goal from the 6. And they punched it in on 2 rushing plays later. They failed on the 2-point conversion, an incomplete pass. Michigan had a 15-yard run by Tawa, and he rushed it 2 for 1 point. Another Michigan touchdown late in the so it was 7-6 after 1, and that stayed that way till under a minute to go in the half when McCrary rushed for 19 yards, and they did a 1-point pass to Nakua. And then just before half, with 2 seconds remaining, Coughlin booted a 52-yarder to cut the lead down to 5. So offensively, Perry 4 for 8, 39 yards. Williams 4 for 7 for 13. Combined 8 of 15 for 48. And for the Panthers, 7 of 10 for Perkins, 62 yards. Not much on the ground. Prince's 3-yard run for a touchdown. That was 3 of the 10 yards they had. Tawa, 48 yards and a touchdown, along of 15. Perkins has scrambled for 39, and McCrary 32, 19 of them on the touchdown run. Receiving 52 for the Showboats, led by 2 for 21 by Jonathan Adams and Pierce 2 for 20. Panthers 62 yards receiving. Malik Turner 34 yards on 3 catches. His long is a 13-yarder. And Michigan's defense has played solid. It was a special teams gaffe that set up the touchdown, but they did get a DPI in the end zone that led to the touchdown. Okay, so no sacks, tackles for losses, interceptions, or breakups or forced fumbles for Memphis. 3 players have 4 solo tackles: Vandenberg, Chambers, and Walker. For the Panthers, 2 players with 4 tackles: Frank Ginda and Kedrick Whitehead Jr. 1 sack: Walter Palmore. Tackles for loss: Marino, White, Palmore, and Tarpley III. No picks, 1 breakup, that was by Garrett Marino. No forced fumbles. Special teams: Coughlin 1 for 1 for 52 yards. No field goals by the Panthers. Kick returns 43 yards. Memphis 43 as well for Michigan. Mangle 181 yards punting, an average of 45.3 with a 59 long and 1 inside the 20. Vernon 56.5, 58 long, 2 inside the 20. 15 and 17 yards punt returning. Oh, they don't have the. Oh yeah, here's the kick returns. Yeah, the return yards are about the same. So drives a. Memphis drives, punt, touchdown, punt, like 3 punts and a field goal. Blocked punt. It wasn't a blocked punt. It was a fumbled punt and a shanked punt. Punt, touchdown, end of half. And in the summary, yeah, we'll have the total yards here. We'll leave that up as we wait for the second half. They're showing the Michigan locker room currently on the TV. All right, let's see what's going on X or Twitter, if you prefer. The next great UFL to NFL kicker incoming. Yeah, it was a solid 52-yarder, no doubt. First half highlights. Yeah, fumbled snap. It literally looked like it was halfway between a snap to the up back and to the punter. It's like he split the difference. That led, after a DPI, that led to the 6-0 lead for Memphis on a rushing touchdown. Then Toa Tawa ran a 14-yard rushing touchdown, and he got the one. Or no, the other guy. Apologies, 28. Oh no, they're showing McCrary's. That's right. Tawa got the 1-point conversion, and McCrary got the next touchdown, and they got a 1-point pass. They were up 14-6, and then Matt Coughlin cut into it with a 52-yard field goal before the half. All right, Wolves are down 2-0 in Milwaukee. In AHL action, again, they're wrapping up the regular season tonight. And then home tomorrow in Rosemont to wrap up the regular season. Alright, so I got a lot of UFL and Wolves. Alright, what else is going on? Not much else. Obviously, I don't follow NBA or baseball. I know that's probably going on. What else? Yeah, I think I forgot what time I said this would be. What time did they go to half? I already forgot. Oh, I think I misjudged the time. Didn't they go to half about 8:33? Yeah, I meant 8:45. They should resume, but that would only be a 12-minute halftime. I'm sure their halftimes are longer than that. Yeah, because the first half took at least, I think it took more than, no, yeah, I think it took more than an hour and 25 minutes, but I forgot to check. Oh wow, they got the Roughnecks inactives for tomorrow. That's cool. They are at Birmingham. Wait, they're at Birmingham? Oh. Alright. Cool playoff shirts that the Wolves have. Oh, I guess we're about ready. Yeah, I think I may have said 8:45 when I meant 8. I may have said 8:55 when I meant 8:45. All right. Let's get the plays in there. Let's get the third quarter up there. I don't know. how they're calling it a blocked punt. It was a fumbled snap and a shanked punt. I don't think they ever touched the ball. All right. Showboats had 69 yards. Nice. Week 1, that was their season low. They've only got, I think, 10 yards on 9 carries or 9 yards on 10 carries. I missed. They interviewed the Showboats coach, I believe. Oh, really harder than a yawn. Alright, come on. Anytime we want to kick this away. Still showing the sidelines. Alright, come on. I thought they were ready. Alright, here's the kick finally. They just barely got back to the field. Kick is taken inside the 10. Right numbers to the 30. And tackled just short of the 35 at the 34. 14:54 to go. In the third. As Perkins will lead them out for the second half. Alright. Still show. Alright, they break the huddle. Now 15 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun, 2 to his left, 2 to his right, a back behind him. And now he steps up, and he's to his left. Perkins on a handoff. And it goes nowhere to number 20. Believe that'll be no gain up the middle. I missed his last name. Apologies. And they... Alright. 14:25 to go. 10 seconds, 14:20 now. Here's the shotgun. They fake handoff, throws to the 40, bringing up near the numbers on the right side, bringing up a third and what do we got? 3 or 4? Apologies. Clock rolling. 14:05 to go. Under 14. Third and 3. They're calling. They're out of the huddle in shotgun. A back to his left. 13:49. 45. 8 seconds on the. Now he's got an empty backfield. There's a penalty. Throws over to the middle for first down, but what's the penalty? They're going to be at the 46-yard line, but this could be on Michigan. False start. Why were they able to complete the snap? And it must have been a slow whistle. Oh, excuse me. All right, 3rd and 9, 13:33 to go after the penalty. Hey, it was false start. How can it be? Oh, it was 3rd and 3? How is it 3rd and 9? So confused. 13:18, clock rolling, in shotgun, back to pass. Rushes on, lobs one down the left side, and it's incomplete. 13:10. Between the numbers and the sideline and overthrown to number 17. Oh, excuse me. He threw from the left hash mark and just overthrew number 17 towards the sideline. Whoa, he took a hit afterwards, too. There's the punt. They barely showed it. And it's at the left side numbers at about the 8 to the left hash mark. Now the right hash mark past the 20, 25, 30, 35. Cuts back. 45, 50, 45. Inside the 40. What a return by Memphis. 12:33 to go. Wow, what a return. Maybe that'll light a fire under this Memphis offense. Special teams and defense not playing too bad. Offense needs to step it up. Good return. Number 83. All right, let's refresh the play-by-play here. Vernon punts 56 yards, and Henny returned it to the... Oh, the camera didn't follow the ball. It was a keeper by Perry. He takes it to about the 34-yard line. About a gain of 5. 12:22 to go. 12:15, 2nd and 5 as they huddle. Perry in the huddle, making the call. They break the huddle with 12:05 to go. 2, 1. 12 minutes to go in the third. Now under 12. Oh, what did I do? 11:53. There's back to pass. Steps up. He keeps it. And he gets a first down at about the... Ball came loose, but he had hit the ground. 11:42 to go. Oh, sorry, it's Memphis ball, too. Okay, come on. Show me the time again. Oh, no, that ball was loose. Did he gather it back in? Oh, yeah, Perry got lucky. Okay, that was a fumble. That was a loose ball. That was a good punch out. All right, I don't know how much time we got. 11:15 now. Here's the handoff to the right hash mark, inside to the between the numbers and the hash marks to the right side, inside the 20. 11:04, clock rolling. 11 minutes to go. 10:55 in the third, right hash mark in shotgun with the back to his left. Fakes the handoff, throws left, in traffic, catches it. Is it a catch or a pick? Michigan had the ball. Tarpley, I think? 10:41, I have no idea. I don't know if they're going to say the Memphis Showboat was down by contact or if it was ripped away for an interception. This should be a catch. Oh, they call it a pick. Okay. I wonder if the Showboats would like to challenge this. What happened on this play? 82 had it. He's down. Oh, this should... Well, I guess they can't call it incomplete. But he never really had it. I think this is going to be a pick. Yeah, it was hard to tell live. I think they can't claim it was incomplete. The ball never hit the ground, so... I think pick is going to be the right call, and it's Michigan ball after a good drive. Well, a decent drive after they were set up by a phenomenal punt return, and it goes for naught as couldn't make the catch. 10:41 to go in the third. All right, what do we got here? Oh, all right. Yeah, let's check Twitter real quick. I mean, there's really nothing to challenge. They can't say incomplete, and he never really had it. So in his possession, so it's a pick. No, nobody tweeted about this play yet. Alright, thought I'd check real quick, see if anybody had anything. Excuse me. Let's refresh the play-by-play. I wonder if they fixed it. Intercepted, yeah. Cabote rushes right guard for 7 yards. Okay, yeah, they didn't have that play yet. And it wasn't Perry's fault. He hit his receiver, and Tarpley just got the ball as it came loose. I mean, there's really nothing to review. I was thinking maybe, but if you're juggling it and never have possession, it's hard to say you were down by contact. And it's not incomplete because Michigan got the ball. Never touched the ground. So, just when it looked like Memphis might cash in, yeah, they're replaying this, but, I mean, what's there to replay? He never really had possession. Unless they're going to say he was down and then the ball got forced out, but that's in super slow-mo. That's not live. You know, look, 1 foot down, and wow, that's a tough call. I wonder what they're saying here. I wonder if they're challenging it. It doesn't matter if it was a catch because it never hit the ground. All right, handoff to the right. They're talking to Pereira. Up just to the sideline. It got about a gain of 9 to the 20. Nope, they're marking it short of the 19. Clock rolling, 10:27 in the third. Yeah, I don't know what there is to explain. It wasn't like he says process of the catch. Even if he didn't have it, it's still a pick. Yeah, 8 yards by McCrary. In shotgun with a back to his right. 2nd and 2, 10:02. Handoff. Nope, it was faked. And he pump faked. Keeps it, and he picks up the first down. That's Perkins using his feet to the right. First down. Under 10 to go in the third. 9:50 and clock rolling. So he was in shotgun. He faked the handoff. Then he pump faked to get the linebacker to jump. Then he rolled outside the numbers, did a stiff arm, and ended up picking the first down. Good cuts there. Good pump fake by Perkins. All right, 9:25 as the clock rolls. 5 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Throws to the left sideline. Caught just before going out of bounds by a tight end. Pickatuni. 9:14 to go. That's enough for a first down. Let us refresh here. Get the last couple plays up on the screen for you to see. Oh, yeah, they already got it. 19 yards. Yeah, Michigan's on the ball here with their play-by-play, or whoever's doing the XFL. It's not always the case. Oh, I don't know. Did he? I guess he had both hands. He kept it in his right. I don't think Memphis will challenge. 1st and 10 from the 42. 8:45 to go. Fake the handoff. Perkins keeps it. He's got 2 guys on his, and he dumps it to avoid the sack. He gets the incomplete pass so they don't lose yards. He was going to have a tough time beating those 2 defenders to the sideline to turn it into a gain. Time of possession now. Michigan up 6 minutes already. Memphis briefly had it in the 1, 2. He dragged it. Yeah, that was a good play. That was definitely a catch. All right, let's refresh again. All right. Shotgun, back to pass, looks right, rolls to his left, steps up, stiff arms and gains maybe 2 yards to about the 44-yard line to bring up a 3rd and 8. Clock rolling, under 8, 7:52. 3rd and 8. Perkins 9 of 14, 87 yards as the Panthers huddle. Under 7:40 now. 7:35, 12 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun with a back to his left. 3 receivers to his right. 1 at the numbers to his left. 4-man rush. Oh, they send 2 more. Oh, the end gets, and he steps up, avoids a sack, and throws low and incomplete over the middle at midfield. 4th and 8, 7-17. Looks like they were sending a blitz. It was kind of a delayed blitz, and clock's rolling on 4th and 8. Let's refresh again. They looked like they were only doing 4. They did a stunt. And he threw short to the guy over the middle as he was avoiding a sack. Under 7 minutes to go as Michigan's in punt formation. Here's the snap. Here's the punt. High and up to the 20 almost. Taken to the 26. I think he caught it inside the 20. Short return. 6:41 to go in the third. Memphis ball down 5. All right. Hey, thanks for everybody who's watched tonight. Really appreciate it. Helps out the channel. There's the punt. 38 yards. That looked deeper than 38. I guess I'm getting crossed up by, I'm not counting from the line of scrimmage. He punted, from the 18 and he took it to the 26. Yeah, that sounds right. All right, let's go check out the stats real quick here. Perry, 4 of 9, 39 yards. 1 pick. Was not his fault, and they didn't end up scoring off of it. The receiver just didn't complete the catch. Perkins, 9 of 15, 87 yards. Perry, 15 yards rushing, leads the Showboats on the ground. 3-yard touchdown run by Prince. Cabote has a 7-yard run as well as Perry. 135 on the ground. 3 backs have 40 or more yards. Tawa with a touchdown and McCrary with a touchdown. Perkins with 20 for the longest carry. And that is the quarterback, Bryce Perkins. Receiving, 52 yards on 8 catches for the Showboats, along of 15. And Malik Turner has 3 for 34. The long is Hikatuni along the sideline. Great toe tap to keep it in. 19-yarders, 87 yards on 9 receptions. All right, looks like they're back. They're showing the Showboats sideline. 6:41 to go after the punt. Down 5, they have the ball at their own 26-yard line. Memphis. Past halfway the third quarter. All right. 12 plays for 30 yards and 17 passing plays for 48 yards for Memphis. Again, they got the 52-yard field goal just before half, and their touchdown was set up by a botched punt. All right, shotgun, handoff to the right side, cuts it up to the middle. He's near the 35 to bring up a 2nd and 1. Good carry on the ground for Memphis. 6:28. That is Prince. I think he had a good game. The one other Showboats game I did. 6:20. There's the snap. Keeper. Williams is in instead of Perry, and he picks it up out of bounds. 6:13. First down to go for 1st and 10, I should say, for Memphis. So it is. So Perry's on the bench. This is Williams, number 3. Perry is number 5. There's Williams' 4-yard run. All right, from the 39-yard line, left hash mark. It's a handoff to the left. It's Prince. He gets cut down at about the 44, bringing up 2nd and 5. Clock rolling. 5:45 in the third quarter. refresh the play-by-play real quick. Nope, they don't have the next play yet. Yeah, it's a little quick. All right, 5:30, clock rolling, 2nd and 5. Oh yeah, did Nakua have the pick? Yeah, I'll double check the stats. All right, we got 3 to his left, 1 to his right, a back to his right, in shotgun. Williams back to pass, throws over the middle, incomplete. Could have been DPI. It looked like the Panther was there, was all over his back a little early. We got 5:14 to go in the third. We got 3rd and 5 coming up for Memphis. Clock rolling again as they spot it. All right, Williams is in the huddle, number 3. Prince is still out there. Prince is going to split out to the left, though. We got 2 to the left, assuming 3 to his right. 4:53. Nope, in motion. Nope, now it's back to the right, the tight end. 5 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking, steps up, avoids a sack, but is tripped up just outside the 40 to about the 41, bringing up a 4th down and a punt for the Memphis Showboats at 4:32 to go, clock rolling. Yeah, they did a stunt. Number 42 got in there in a hurry, and they were, they couldn't hold off the pass rush long enough. 4:15, clock rolling. 4:12, 4:11, under 4:10, back to punt. From the left hash mark. From about the 41, the punt back from about the 30, high up to the near sideline to about the 24-yard line. 17 has it, and he's stuffed. He ran from the numbers to the hash marks and was tackled pretty much for no gain. 3:48 to go, as Perkins will come back out on the field with a 5-point lead late in the third. 14-9. Oh, Michigan ball too. They have under 20 minutes remaining in the game. Actually, under 21 minutes. Or, sorry, under 19. Went the wrong way on the map. All right, let's refresh these last few plays here, and then we'll go take a look. Mengele, 35-yard punt. Yeah, I guess these punts are short. He didn't punt it inside the 20. Yeah, from the 41 to the 24, they had 9. Yeah, that wouldn't even be... I don't even know why they gave him 35. That's not even right. It's about 33, I think. No, I'm sorry, 26-9. I was doing 24-9. Yep, they're right, 35. Yeah, no gain, really. All right, let's... we'll go check the stats real quick. All right, Perry and Williams. Williams now 4 of 8 for 13. Perry 4 of 9 for 39, and the pick was not his fault. Receiver juggled it. 9 of 15 for Perkins, 87 yards. Anything updated? Okay, rushing. Prince 19 now leads the team, and he has the touchdown. I forgot. Yeah. Okay. So finally a 9-yard carry. That's their longest. 47 yards as a team. 135, split fairly even between the 3 players. Toatawa, Perkins, the quarterback, and Nate McCreary. The 2 backs have 1 touchdown each. Everybody averaging over 6 yards a carry. And still 52 yards passing. Not much to write home for the Showboats. As we got another Michigan possession coming up. Again, Memphis is 0-3. Michigan is 2-1. Michigan beat Memphis in the first week. They are in the same conference, the USFL conference. All right, 135 yards is their season high for Memphis. They had 95 the first week. And we still got over a quarter to play, so they're going to bump that number up for sure. All right. 10 seconds on the play clock. From the 25, they give them. It's a handoff to Tawa. No gain. Maybe a half yard. Clock rolling at 3:33 in the third. Now we're under 3:30. Still in the huddle. Perkins. Turner, number 17's out there. 35, Tawa. And missed who the other guy was. Apologies, the receivers. All right, 3:15 as they're at the line of scrimmage. Get a refresh of the play-by-play. In shotgun. They toss it, or it's a push pass to number 7 who came in motion from the right. He gets out to about the 32-yard line. We got under 3 minutes to go. It was that little, push, two-hand push forward to the wide out. All right, Tawa takes a break on the sideline. 2:45, 2:42 in the third. 3rd and 3 coming up from the 32-yard line. They got to get to the 35. In shotgun, to the left and to the right. A back to his right. It's probably McCreary. Shotgun, back to pass. Throws left sideline, short and incomplete. It was a wobbler. 2:21 to go. They got 4th and 3 in their own territory, and Michigan likely to send out the punting unit. Clock rolling. 2:17 to go. As we get a look at the replay. Oh, maybe did Tawa get hurt? Or no, they're showing his block on that end around. All right, can we not miss? All right, 5 seconds. 1:55 to go. Steps forward. The punt just barely got off, almost blocked by Memphis, and it's short, but it takes a Michigan bounce out to about the 10-yard line. That thing rolled in quite a distance. 1:46 to go in the third. They cut away before I saw the ref mark where the ball was going to be spotted. So no clue. It wasn't the 10. He came up, past the 10, but I have no idea. I'm going to have to look at the play-by-play. All right. Yeah, 58-yard punt. They say the 10, but I wasn't confident that was where the ref was marking the ball. All right. Late in the third quarter, Memphis with the ball deep in their own territory, trailing by 5. Need to put a solid drive together here. It's not their defense's fault. They're keeping them in this game. Their special teams have tried to set them up. The defense has only given up 14, and they only had that one drive that netted the 52-yarder before half, and the special teams got them the ball at the 20 on a botched snap and a shanked punt for -18. And the offense got the benefit of a DPI in the end zone, and then they just had a 1st and goal from the 6 and punched it in after 2 rushing plays. So not much to show for the Memphis offense. And they should maybe settle on a quarterback instead of doing this rotation thing. And Perry's pick was not his fault. The receiver juggled it. So he should be 5 of 9 or 4 of 9, but no pick. But that should have been a catch. He just failed to reel it in, complete the catch. All right, TV coverage is back. Again, 1st and 10 for Memphis from their own about the 10-yard line. They did not show where they spotted the ball. I have to go by Yeah, that punt rolled a ways on that 58-yard punt. All right. 146 to go. They're listening to the headset, I guess, of the coach. Man, go to Perry. Williams is 4 of 8 for 13 yards. At least Perry can put. He's back in. He can put it downfield. I don't remember if they rotated the other Showboats game I did. I can't remember. Showing the QB comparison. We got 18 on the play clock. Make it 15 now as they get set. Under 10. Receiver in motion to his right with a shotgun. Back to pass. Looks. Throws over the middle to the back at the 31-yard line, bringing up a 2nd and 4 for Memphis. 1:36 as the clock continues to roll. Under 1:30. 2nd and 4. They break the huddle with 1:25 in the third. In shotgun, a back to his left. It's Perry. It's a handoff. No, he faked it and he kept it. Perry picks up the first down himself, right up the middle. I got faked. Apologies. 107. 105. Clock continues to roll. Should be past the 30. Wait, where are they? Sorry, where are they at again? Yeah, 30. They're giving him the 36-yard line. Shotgun. And it's another keeper. He faked the handoff, but this time he lost 2 or 3, at least 3 yards, as Michigan wasn't buying that it was a handoff or a pass. Clock rolling, 39 seconds to go in the third. He had nowhere to go. He had 2 defenders straight in front of him. It's going to bring up 2nd and long, 2nd and 13 from the 33. He sends the back wide to the left, like 4 to the left. Yeah, this guy's going to come in motion, so they're legal. Shotgun, back to pass, throws over middle to 18, who gets it to about the 39, and that should probably end the third quarter. Oh, we got a flag with 6 seconds left, so hold that thought. And it is against Memphis. Illegal shift with 6 seconds, but maybe they should be 2nd and long then. With 6 seconds, they may just not snap it before the third. 2nd and 18 facing Memphis in their own territory. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the end of the third. Same score as halftime. This is the first quarter not to have any scoring in it. Memphis ball trailing by 5 to start the fourth, but facing a 2nd and 18. Yeah, third quarter, no score for either team. And let's see if they got the illegal shift here. Perry, short pass, middle catch made by Lassiter, but Memphis illegal shift. 5 yards, no play. Yep. So 2nd 18. Yeah, they were facing 2nd and 13. They get the penalty. They face 2nd and 18 after the Perry run for -3. All right, we'll go take a look at the stats. Yeah, total yards, Michigan just dominating. Only up 5 though. They've dominated everything. They've got 5 penalties of their own. That was the first one, I guess, on Memphis. Up in first downs, they're better in 3 of 9 on third, whereas 0 for 6 for Memphis. Nobody's gone on fourth. Total plays fairly even. Time of possession in favor of Michigan. 1 turnover by Memphis. They did not cash in on it for Michigan. And again, 6-0 Memphis lead because Memphis fumbled a punt snap. I'm sorry, Michigan fumbled a punt snap, and the punter shanked the punt for minus 18 yards. It wasn't his fault. The long snapper made a horrible snap. 2 sacks for Michigan and 5 tackles for losses. Yeah, it was 4 until that Perry rush. Yeah. So dominating the numbers, but, only a 5-point lead for the home team. Memphis 0-3, Michigan 2-1. Yeah, nothing to write home about either quarterback or combined. The pick was not Perry's fault. It was the receiver not completing the catch. Perkins having a decent day in the air and with his feet on the ground. 49 yards rushing only, led by Prince's 19 and a touchdown, 9-yard long for the Showboats. On the other hand, Michigan with 136, which is their season high, split pretty evenly between the 2 backs and Perkins, the quarterback. Tawa and McCrary each have a rushing touchdown. And looks like TV's about back, so we'll get back to the play-by-play here. They're showing the body cams. Replays, stuff that happened earlier. All right, 15 minutes to go, 4th quarter here. They have 12 players mic'd up, 4 player cams, 2 rough cams, 1 pylon cameras, and team tablet access. All right, here we go. 2nd and 18 for Memphis. And it's a delayed handoff. That's going nowhere. They're going to lose another 3 yards back to the 25-yard line, bringing up 3rd and, long. 3rd and, they're saying 20. I guess they only gave them a loss of 1 there. 14:35, clock rolling after the run. 3rd and 20, under 14 and a half. 9 seconds, 8 on the play clock. 3 to his left, 2 to his right. Shotgun, back to pass, steps, throws, left side. Thrown out of bounds at 14:15, and the punting unit will come back on the field for Memphis. Yeah, no huge plays other than that punt return for Memphis. And was that before half, or did they not do anything with that? I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. Yeah, maybe that field goal before half was set up by a good punt return. Here's the snap. Steps forward. Punts it high to the left side. It bounces, and it's picked at about the 35. Goes to the left. He's losing yards and falls down inside the 30. He wasn't down. He's still going. And he makes it back to the 34. Interesting return with... they took the clock down. It's got to be under 14 minutes. 13:38 as Michigan has the ball in their own territory, and they have a 5-point lead. All right, let's refresh the play-by-play here. 40-yard punt. Yeah, and he lost. He did okay. Yeah. Oh, he got a no gain after all that. Yeah, 34. He ran laterally, and then lost yards because he tripped. But then he got up before he could get touchdown and got a no gain. All right, let's go take a quick look. AHL. Let's see what the Wolves are down 4-0, 6:41 or 6:38 clock running in the 3rd. But they're gonna be playing Rockford. They can't. I don't think they can move up in the standings. Should be the 4-5 opening round series for their conference in the AHL. Over 9. Huh. All right. Still waiting on television. Still at commercial. Now they're pitching their baseball coverage. It was a long game. We were at the 2 hour and 20 minute mark. Still got over 13 and a half minutes to go. Lots of punts, I think, is the problem. And the Showboats could really use a turnover here. Help them break their 3-game losing skid to open the 2025 season. And the Brahmas, San Antonio Brahmas, are also 0-3. All right. Michigan in huddle with the ball at their own 34-yard line. They are going left to right in their maroon jerseys, gold helmets, gold pants, maroon socks. Shotgun, handoff, McCreary past the 35 to about the 37-yard line, bringing up 2nd and 7. 13:25, clock rolling. Still in the huddle. They break the huddle. 13:15, 2nd and 6 they're giving them. 13:10. In the shotgun, a back to his right. It's Perkins, hands off to McCreary on the left side, and he goes nowhere. Forward progress, I think it's still a loss of 1. Under 13 to go now, and a third and long coming up for the home team, Michigan Panthers. 12:40, still clock rolling. 3rd and 7, so they gave him no gain. They break the huddle. 12:32. 12:30. Manning gets split wide. Empty backfield. 2 to his left. 3 to his right. 2 seconds on the play clock. 1. Shotgun. Back to pass. Looks. Throws left. Down the sideline. Caught! Inside the 30, but we got a flag at 12:12. What a throw! And what a catch by number 4 of Michigan. But let's see what the penalty is. As long as he didn't OPI and push off, this should set up chance at some points here for the Panthers. The ball, he got tackled about the 28. I don't know what they're pointing at. It's pass interference on the defense, and they declined the penalty. So a long catch and throw by the home team. That's the biggest play of the day. Over the shoulder catch, and wrapped it up. Ooh, yeah, well, it doesn't matter because they'll take the penalty if not. Threw from the left hash mark to the left sideline, and it's caught. Oh, they almost missed. There's the snap. Faked handoff. Thrown to the right side. Number 7 makes a cut, and he's in for a touchdown. 11:52. Wow. And there it is. 2 plays, and Michigan is up by 11, which is 2 possessions in the UFL. 9 is 1 possession. It is possible. Number 7 on the catch. Let us refresh this really quick. That is Moore. Moore is number 7. And Mariners, the guy who caught it for 38 yards. They gave him the 27, meaning a 27-yard touchdown catch for Moore from Perkins. They are going for 1 to make it a 12-point game. Yeah, because they could get 9, they could get 3, and 12 could, in theory, beat you in 2 possessions. But it looks like we might have a timeout. Or are we reviewing the touchdown? Not sure what's going on. Or did we get a delay of game? Okay, Memphis is challenging something. No clue. Unless the receiver stepped out of bounds before he caught the ball. You know, maybe if he came back onto the field, maybe if he stepped out, they might have something. They used the Super Challenge earlier to get a face mask tacked on. So from the 27-yard line, are they saying ineligible guy downfield? Or false start? I don't know. I'm not sure. They were challenging something up by the line of scrimmage. Oh, yeah. This touchdown might be coming off the board. The linemen are down the field. They're inside the 25. The line of scrimmage is the 27. I think they're going to win this. We might have first and long from call confirmed. Okay, so they weren't illegally downfield? I forgot how many yards you could leak out. I don't know. Because it was a faked handoff. I thought maybe that was the problem. All right. They are going for one. And Memphis burns their first time out. They only have 2 left. And obviously they're out of super challenges. They're going from one, from the 2-yard line. Receiver to the right and to the left. In shotgun with a back to his right. Got at least one tight end. In motion. They hand it off up in the middle. McCreary runs it in easily. It's 21-9. They are up 2 possessions. But in theory, Memphis could get a touchdown, go for 3 from the 10, and kick a field goal and tie this game up at 21. But they need to get the next 12 points. Yeah, just poor tackling just outside the... Good roll to his right. Good throw by Perkins. Great catch by Moore. I mean, it was busted coverage. The safety, Shelton was too late, and the safety got faked out just outside the sideline. But they were already going to be inside the 5. All right, so the Showboats gambled and went to challenge, I think, to say 2 minutes ineligible downfield, and they lost. All right, they're showing Noah Johnson's cam, the center. All right, the ball will be back to Memphis, provided they don't fumble it. Still waiting on the kick. Here's the approach. Here's the kick. It's a line drive taken at the 16, out to the 25, up the hash to about the 35, where Showboats will take over with 11:45 to go, and they need some points this drive. Even if it's just a field goal, it would keep them with. It would get them to 1 possession, a 9-point lead, or cut the 12-point lead to a 9-point lead. So they need, there's still time, but they're down to 2 timeouts, and time's a waste. And all right, Mariner had that number 4 had that catch for 38 yards down the sideline to the 27, which set up the Perkins touchdown to the right. I'm sorry, Perkins to Moore on the catch. All right, they gave him the 36 shotgun, fakes the handoff, steps back to pass, pressured, throws right. And it's caught at about the 45-yard line, maybe the 44, 11:34, clock rolling. Yeah, they may want to think about going hurry up. Get the Michigan Panthers on their heels. Perkins, 7 carries for 45 yards, 12 of 19, 158 yards, and a touchdown pass. The other 2 touchdowns for Michigan were on the ground. All right, shotgun. It's a fake handoff, and Perry bursts it up the middle for 5 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 5 at about the 40. We're under 11 minutes to go. 2nd and 6, 10:55. They break the huddle. 2 to his receivers to his left, 2 to his right, a back and shotgun with him to the right. There's the snap. Back to pass. He gets turned around, and he's going to throw it out of bounds to avoid the sack. I think he got out of the pocket with 10:40 to go. Michigan player had him by the jersey and spun him around, and he just chucked it out of bounds. And they got the Perry rushing play up the middle. But we got a 3rd and 6. I guess it wasn't a 5-yard gain. Bringing up 3rd and 6 according to TV. 10:24, clock rolling. And 10 seconds on the play clock. They're finally getting set. 10:15 to go. Actually, the clock just stopped at 10:16. Not sure what for here. 3rd and 6, 10:16. No indication if it was a timeout. Not sure if Michigan's challenging something. Looks like a timeout. Perry's on the sideline getting a drink, talking to the coach. They're highlighting Jonathan Adams, who's been pretty wrapped up this game. He had a good game. The Showboats game I did earlier in the season. Oh boy. Alright, no clue what the timeout was for. Let's see if we can see on the play-by-play. Yeah, incomplete pass. Nobody took a timeout, at least according to TV. It's a handoff. He's going to be short. They marked him a yard short. Going to be an interesting call. 4th and 1, 10 minutes to go. And it'd be over a 55-yard field goal. So what is the call? We got 9:50, clock rolling. 9:45, 4th and 1, 9:40, clock rolling. Oh no. Please tell me Memphis didn't just burn a timeout. They did. So I don't know what the clock stoppage was on the last one. I don't know if there was a player injured. TV never showed it. Michigan has all 3 timeouts. Memphis is down to 1. They used one on they burnt one because of an unsuccessful challenge. And they just burnt their second one here. 1 timeout, just over 9.5 to go. Important play coming up. They appear to be going for it because this would be a 52-yard or more field goal, I think. And they probably are thinking 2 touchdowns rather than a touchdown, successful 10-yard conversion for 3, and and another field goal just to tie. So, maybe they end up still kicking the field goal, but at this point, not yet. 4th and 1, they're going for it. They break the huddle. 9:38 to go. 22 seconds on the play clock, under 20 now. Receivers, 2 of them to his left, 1 to his right. Tight end on the left, a back to his right. He gets up under center, trying to do a sneak, and he's not going to get it. Oh, man. Why didn't anybody push? Oh, we got pushing and shoving between the linemen. And there's no way he picked up this first down. That's going to be Michigan ball. Not a good call. I don't mind him sneaking the ball, but in that formation and with little help, I don't know. No. Do we have a penalty? No. Ref finally signaled that it's Michigan ball. So, unfortunately for Memphis, they're going to need a turnover or a quick 3 and out. Yeah, that play had no chance. And we got a TV timeout. I'm going to get some more water. I'll be right back. Michigan with the ball in their own territory. They have a 12-point lead. Still a 2-possession game, obviously. In theory, if Memphis can shut Michigan out the rest of the way, they could tie it on a touchdown, a successful 3-point attempt from the 10, and a field goal. They could have kicked a long, 50, I guess a 53, no, more like a 54-yard field goal. Man, wait, Michigan 36? No, okay. All right, so 36 and 8. Yeah, it would have been a 54-yard field goal. He made a 52-yarder just before half, but fine with going for it, but that play call with 3 receivers, a tight end, and a back split. You're just counting on your linemen to get the 5-on-5 push or 5-on-4 at best push. Just not a good call. Hand it to your back. I know they've struggled running the ball, but that play fooled nobody. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. The 5 linemen. It's not like they had 4 guys to 4 guys plus the linebackers to block, and there was just no hole. He had nowhere to go. They tried to no, just UFL. 6 p.m. tomorrow. 4 p.m. Hey, thanks, Dom, for joining. All right, shotgun, handoff. Nope, they faked the handoff. Pass to 85. He gets it to midfield. That's a first down, and that'll roll a lot of clock. Number 85 on the catch, 9:22. And they can take their time here and grind some of this clock. It was a shotgun. They faked the handoff to, is that McCreary, 28. Pickens rolled to his right, hit 85 on the numbers at the 40, and he ran for 10 more after the catch. Actually, more than 10. All right. From the 50, 1st and 10, 3 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun, handoff. It's McCreary to the left. And he stopped at about the 45, bringing up 2nd and 5. 8:40 now. Clock continues to roll, obviously. All right, 8:22. Yeah, thanks, Tom. All right, 315 total yards to 126. Michigan leads. 8:06 shotgun handoff to McCreary inside the 40, all the way to the 31 with a first down. And things are not looking good now for Memphis as the clock continues to roll. Believe we're under 8, but they took it down before I could get there. All right, let's go. All right, 155 to 56 rushing yards. Okay, sorry, the 33. This is a handoff to Tawa. He gets 3 to the 30. 7:16 clock rolling. This is going to be under 7 before they take the snap. All right, 6:55. Clock continues to roll. We got about a second and... Oh, they're saying 6 now. I thought it was 7. 6:48. 45. 3 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun. Hands it to McCreary. Nope, he passes. Sorry, I got baked. And 88 has the first down and is pushed out. Hikatimi? I can't see his number because his jersey's all bunched up. 6:35. They've spotted in play. It's rolling again. All right, 6:22. 15 seconds on the play clock. 1st and 10. Let me refresh the plays, and we'll get the name of that last reception in a minute. In shotgun, handoff to McCreary, I think. Or maybe that was number 20. They do have a third back that's had a couple carries. Under 6. That play went nowhere, though. We got 2nd and 9. I guess they gave him 1. 5:52. Oh, that was Sheridan. That's number 20. It looked like an 8 to me. Because McCreary's 28. 2nd and 9. 5:40 now. They break the huddle. No hurry. 5:35. 10 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun of back to his right. In motion. And we got another handoff. Nope, he faked it. Throws to the flat. It's a tight end. He's going to get a touchdown. Well-designed play. And that should be the last nail in the coffin. And should send Memphis home with an 0-4 record. After they failed on 4th and 1 from the 36-yard line on the previous drive. Michigan takes it right down the field, running the ball, mixing the run in with some passing. They faked the handoff to McCreary. Perkins rolled to the right, hit 85 at the 10 on the numbers, and he did the rest. And a nice catch and throw on the run. Number 85. All right, they are going for 1 from the 2. Whoops, sorry. It's 27. I don't know why I put 26. Not sure if that catch was made before he went out of bounds. Yeah, he's out of bounds. Apologies, I had the wrong score. 27-9, Memphis ball if they don't fumble the upcoming kickoff. 5:21 to go. That should do it. Michigan will be 3-1. And unfortunately for Memphis, the Showboats are going to drop to 0-4, with San Antonio a chance to be another 0-4 team. I think their game is Sunday. Yep, he got 1 foot in. Perkins to that was Wiedermeyer for 13 yards. Wiedermeyer's having a good day. Good night. All right. Yeah, let's show you the standings real quick. Again, so the XFL conference, this is the USFL conference. Michigan will get to 3-1. Memphis is going to drop to 0-4. Brahmas could drop to 0-4 depending on their game this weekend. Man, I would love to do hockey playoff, but I don't feel like trying to decide between ESPN Plus and Max. There's the kick taken by the right numbers at about the 2, up the right numbers, and tackled at about the 21. Hopefully the return man's okay. He was a little slow to get up. All right, Memphis ball deep in their own territory. Trailing by, what do we got? 8. Sorry. Can't do math at the moment. Trailing by 18. Good gravy. So the max they can get is 9. So technically it's still a 2-possession game. So they could get 6 plus the 3, then do the onside, whatever the equivalent is. I think it's 4th and 12. And then do another 6 and 3 and actually tie this game with 5:16 to go. All right, Perry fakes the handoff. He keeps it, takes it for 3 yards. Clock rolling. Going to get 2nd and 7 from the 25-yard line. But we are approaching 5 minutes to go. They're still in the huddle. They're showing the Kua on the sideline. 450. They line up. Shotgun. And it's a handoff to 23. He gets maybe a yard to the 26. Nope, pushing the pile out to about the 29 where they'll have 3rd and 3. Yeah, if any series goes 7, they might. All right, 4:18, 3rd down. We got 4:10 as they're getting lined up. We got a 3rd and 3. I think they're just working on their ground game. They're still doing an interview. Shotgun back to the pass. Throws over the middle. That's caught at the right hash mark by number 18. 1st down at about the 38. They were interviewing Moose Johnson on the sideline. Hard to see with a reduced screen. 3:45. Clock rolling. Let's get the last few plays. Refresh. Here is your Showboats drive so far. Lassiter for 9 was the last one. Shotgun. They hand it off to 23. He goes for maybe a yard to the right. 3:22. All right. Showing the Memphis sideline. 3:04 to go. In shotgun, a back to his left. 2 receivers each side. Throws right, and it's incomplete at 2:56. That'll stop the play. The clock briefly. Nope, now it's rolling. Yeah, outside of 2 minutes. 3rd and 9. 2:50 to go. Memphis in their own territory. Trying to get a positive drive going. Special teams, I'm pretty sure, have set up their defense and special. Well, no, special teams have set up their only scores. All right, from their own 36.5-yard line, they got to get to the. It's a keeper by Perry. He's tackled well short. They got about a 4th and 3 at least. Clock rolling, 2:14. I don't know if they're going to let it go to the 2-minute warning or what. 4th and 3, under 2:10 to go. Perry's coming off the field. I'm not sure if that means the punt unit's coming out. Nope, it's just the 2-minute warning. All right, the 4th quarter's gone fairly quickly. Here you got it. I think this is the only real blowout I've done. Most of the games I've had have been pretty close so far. All right, let's refresh this. Just a dominant game by Memphis. It was 14-9 at half, 14-9 after 3, but they've poured it on in the 4th quarter here. After Memphis failed on 4th and 1 from the Michigan 36, Michigan put a solid, probably their best drive of the game together, and put the final nail in the coffin after being up 21-9. They made it a 27-9 game with a touchdown. An impressive drive. Perkins has had a good game. Perry, the pick wasn't his fault, but still not a good game. So he would have been 8 of 15 if that receiver had caught it instead of bobbling it. Perkins, 15 out of 22. He has 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Is that quarterback rating or is that... or passer rating? Not sure. Probably passer. So good passer rating for Perkins. Not for Perry and Williams. Williams doesn't have hardly any yards either. Nothing to write home on the ground. Perry's eked out 30 yards. Prince 24 and the touchdown. 70 as a team. 160. Pretty spread out between McCrary and Tawa and the quarterback Perkins. Each McCrary and Tawa with the touchdown run. And 85 yards only for Memphis. And touchdown catch by Jalon Moore and Jalen Wiedermeyer. Nobody with more than 3 catches. They've spread it out. Nobody has 40 yards, but they have 200 as a team. Entering week 1, Birmingham was the favorite. They're showing the odds changing, I guess, at week to week. Stallions and Defenders are pretty close. All right, they're showing the standings. I mean, they can update it with this game. Showboats will drop to 0-4, 0-3 in the conference. Panthers will be 3-1 in the overall, 2-1 in the conference. As soon as these last 2 minutes tick off, barring a miracle, they need to convert this 4th and 3. There it is. Back to pass. It's Perry. Throws to the left sideline. 23. Oh, he got so close. Good effort. Oh, the guy's giving it to him. Michigan is celebrating like they stopped it, but this is a first down. According to the... I don't know why they're celebrating. I mean, I know the game's over, but... according to the side judge, he had the first down somehow. I don't know how he marked it. Unless he was just, I don't know. I'm sure they'll review it. Hard hit. Absorbed by the back, out of the backfield. Let's see, where's the ball? Oh, I don't think he got it. They didn't have to quite... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how they said this was a first down. Not that it really matters. Guy was looking right at it, and he pointed like it was a first down, going right to left. But I don't... If they review, I'm pretty sure it's a clear cut that he didn't get it. No clue on the time here. I have to scroll up and see. All right, 151. I was right, and there's a review. So they are under 2 looking at this. I think they're going to say no first down. Yep, they pointed Michigan ball. They'll just kneel. I doubt Memphis will use their timeout, and that'll be the final. So an entertaining game. It was close, well into the 4th quarter, but Michigan got 13 points in the 4th quarter to blow out Memphis. Michigan will improve to 3-1. Memphis will drop to 0-4. Looks like they put in the backup quarterback. It's not Perkins. He takes a shotgun, hands it off to the back behind him. It's the 3rd back, number 20. He gets maybe a yard. We got 1:45 as the clock rolls. I doubt Memphis is going to use that timeout. All right, they're showing replays. Yeah, Williams struggled when he was in there. Perry, again, the pick wasn't his fault, but he struggled as well. 1 for 10 on 3rd downs for Memphis. 2nd and 8, 108. Another handoff. Takes it inside the 40 to about the 38, bringing up about a 3rd and 2. Under a minute to go now. Pardon me. Pre-game odds. Michigan was favored by 6.5. The over-under was 37, and we are at 36. So that failed. No, wait, they did. Wait, did they fail on a conversion? I don't remember. 35 seconds. 3rd and 2. 4 seconds on the play clock. 3, 2, 1. They snap it. We got 25 seconds. And I think he's close to the first down, but it shouldn't matter either way. Should be the last play of the game. I mean, they're shaking hands. We got 10 seconds. That'll be it. 4th and 1. 3, 2, 1. That is your final. 27-9. Michigan Panthers over the Memphis Showboats. So, thanks for joining and watching this UFL football game with me. Please hit the like button if you like what we do here on any video. And please consider hitting the subscribe button. All views, subscribers, and liking or thumbs up helps out the channel. Hope you enjoyed hope you enjoyed the broadcast. If you're a Panthers fan, I know you enjoyed the outcome. Good luck next week to the Showboats. But until tomorrow night at 6 p.m. for the next UFL game, this is Sinbin Stream signing out. Take care. Have a good one. We will see you next time.